Right, since we are right next to the Svartisen, I thought we can't pass the opportunity to check out those glaciers. Even despite being a tourist attraction, yeah. But we're gonna take the road less traveled. We're gonna head to there through the high road, our favorite road. We stop there. We reach that hilltop and keep moving forward until we reach the snow and ice. It's gonna take like at least 8 to 9 kilometers, I believe, maybe more, we'll see. And yeah, so it's gonna be fun. We're gonna leave the car behind and start our ascension. The road does not look easy, but hey, look, there's actually some sort of a trail here. Svartisen Saga. That is not towards the right side. Yeah, but let's try this one. As good as any path. It's actually better than wading through thick bushes. Hey, look, berries. Nice. I can't just pass up on the opportunity to have some of them. Especially when they're this big. Nice. Whew, I can tell you already, this day ain't gonna be easy. That's for sure. It's hot and humid, and for some reason we don't have any wind either. Already took too many layers with me, but hey, it's always better to have too many layers than too little. Because I can bet my ass it's gonna be freezing cold, vicious winds up there. So we did the right thing. Also, we have like more provisions than usual with us, because we are really planning to take our time there, and every crumble of bread is gonna be useful. Same goes for the nuts and chocolate. Also some jam and peanut butter. Yeah, because why not, right? So yeah. Still better than wading through swamp, that's for sure. And that must be the Hita the sign was mentioning about. Svartisdalen Hita. She's like a hut, huh? Intuitively thinking. I'm starting to see the appeal of a quad bike. As you can see, someone's been blazing the trail here. The shady path looks kind of cool, all enclaved with trees and stuff. Having some glimpses of sunshine there. Really nice. We ran out of the quad trail. Now we are left to make our own. And yeah, there's no idea where to go. Just general direction. The worst part would be to find ourselves against a vertical cliff and try to walk around it. And we're back to some wind again, which is somewhat welcome given that I'm overheated here. Damn, look at the sun over there. The wind is just intensifying. And also we have found something very rare for northern Norway, which is a pine tree. Can you imagine that? It's a rare sight to behold. Look at that, standing tall in front. We'll get closer eventually. So yeah, let's just check the grass. I guess we overdid with the bag. poor thing is bursting out at the seams. But hey, it's better to have too much food than too little. I have a feeling that this trip is gonna take whole day and then some. You can be sure on that. So, the road so far. I don't know if you can see anything. Probably not. 2 kilometers. And that's the time we have spent. Yeah, whatever, right? It's not that important. The important thing is the point, baby. The point is very important. Look at that. Damn. Another step closer. You know, I'm starting to feel rather confident about reaching the top. As you can see, the slope is not that bad. As long as we try from the right side. Not directly, because there's like vertical cliff. And the leaves look really nice in the wind, as the wind gives the glimpse of their bright undersides. Yeah. Pretty cool. What can I say, right? Not much, except berries. Now this part of the route, or I don't know what it is. This part of our trip is getting rather complicated, as we have to sift through these thick bushes on a rather steep hill. Another stage reached. Look at the view so far. We're beginning to see the river and the mountain. It's just so close. Just a little glimpse of the trail we're ascending here, and the violent winds that keep shaking all the bushes. But you know, it's actually, these bushes are like working to our benefit. Because first of all, they give the feeling of safety, as you don't see the fall or descent, you know. And the other thing, it's something to grab onto. Just don't rely on them too much by grabbing, because I doubt their roots are all that deep, given that they grow on the rock. And here I was thinking that we had strong winds. Now that we've reached some sort of a other side of the valley here, it just got serious. Okay, this is a bit like holy shit, what the fuck are we doing here? That was unsettling. If there weren't those trees, I wouldn't come here. But damn, we made it! We fucking made it! And we're almost there. Well, hello there, Peak. Nice to see you in person. Now it's literally 20 meters. Ooh. And it took us less than 2 hours. Not bad, right? You actually have to lean forward, because that's how strong the winds are out there. Oh snap! I think I'm gonna resort to crawling now. As we approach the checkpoint of intrepid travelers. At least it's gonna be a tailwind. given that we're gonna go that way. Now look, how does the top of the hill look like? Sights are marvelous and the wind relentless. And we are just getting started, as we still gotta traverse this whole ridge and get a closer access to the Svartisen glaciers and see them from above. That is gonna be something. At least we don't have to climb all that much anymore, because the worst is behind us. We've already reached the upper side, so now it's just a stroll in the wind. I just looked behind my shoulder and found a nice water here. Just look at the waves in this bubble. Damn, I'm kind of thirsty. I don't see why not. This is what we live for. Look at this. Amazing. I'm not a tourist inside. Who the hell do the climb we just did? Most people just go to that lake and take a ferry to the nearest glacier. Big boy here, providing some shelter from the winds, but only temporary, as we still have to move on. To the next peak we go. Somewhere there. The wind has even torn off the hats from the stones. It's crazy. Don't worry, we'll draw back. Now we have encountered here with some rather pretty mountain flower. From the looks of it, it looks rather resilient with thick leaves, and I'm not sure if it's gonna bloom or is it blooming. Well, it looks hella cool. Let us brace ourselves for another horizon. Another hill now. What did I expect? Here's a horizon that does not disappoint. Look at that glacier over there. Amazing. Hold on. Give you a better look. Stunning, man, stunning. We are reaching the other side of the mountain, and it uncovers a magnificent view towards this steep mountain across the valley. Let's have a look at the valley itself, eh? Damn, what happened here? Look at this corroded rock. As the weather has worn it off into some pieces, shards. It looks shiny and kind of cool. You can really tell that something has eroded it. Probably water and snow and thawing and freezing and all that kind of stuff. It's hard to say. Has it ever been a solid piece, or has it always been compounded from little pieces? Yeah. Good question. Why didn't I study geology? It looks fascinating. It's eerily silent here compared to the violent winds we just had. And then we can hear in the distance mighty waterfall. That is just crazy. Let's have a closer look. And the valley itself. Oh, here we go, back to the wind. Yes, not that I'm surprised. It was only a matter of time. I'm just gonna have to talk louder and everything's gonna be fine. But have a look at that. There's lakes upon lakes upon lakes and all connected with some swift streams. Like 2 liters of water on my back, because it's abundantly available here, and from the looks of it, yep, checks out pretty clear. And that's good enough for me. Not sure if you can see, but the wind out there is blowing away the water from waterfall. It's such a sight. But we'll get closer, and I'm pretty sure wind won't let up, and we'll get a better view of that phenomenal sight. Have a look on the layers on this one. Yeah, if I wasn't in front of the sun, I mean. Nice intricate layers, very nice. How did they get there? You don't want to know my opinion. Just have a look at these layers, man. It's really making for a surreal sight here. The place is littered with them. They tend to remain in some sharp angled shape. Stacked like some waffles. That is truly something. Just look at it. And I've noticed there it's a rather interesting thing. There's a division between green luscious forests that for some reason go up, and some gray, some brown ground on the lower part. Why? I have no idea. Has it been filled with glacier and that has influenced it somehow? But why didn't nature reclaim it? Truly something to think about. Covered in some sort of like a fur. It looks really cool. That's all. It's starting to look like we're gonna have to ascend this big boy and get past it somehow, or see wherever it leads, because I ain't going down, that's for sure. I think it's due time for some lunch, and we have found this nice shelter from the wind where we can enjoy our food in peace. Can you imagine dandelions still blooming in early August? That's how late spring and summer comes in. Here we go. Can you see me cutting it? Oh my god, I should not be asking. Anyway, I really like this bread that is not sliced, because then you can actually choose the size of your slices, and it feels more old school, or I don't know, more authentic, especially when you just break parts of it off and eat like an animal. You know, it's kind of cool. So yeah, this is the second slice and I can already feel better, ready to conquer that over there with you along, you know. I appreciate you watching these videos actually, because it really brings me joy that someone actually enjoys them, you know. It motivates me to make more. But yeah, essentially I make these for myself. Like, they're like memories. I'm gonna look back and think, oh my god, back in the day I was a mad motherfucker, eh? You know, I just came up with one idea. Why should I bother even putting it on the bread when I can just now that's savage. Now that's one of the best chocolate flavors ever. It's cheesecake and strawberries. It is simply divine. Like, damn, I just realized we have food here for days. Like, have a look. We have like two apples, and I had forgotten about these cookies. That is amazing. And half loaf of a bread. This is so fucking good. Because that means we can spend all day going, just hiking. Provided we have enough stamina. But given our experience so far, I'm pretty confident that we can do it. As we have sat here for our lunch in the shade, starting to feel a bit nippy here, even despite having all my layers on. But a brisk walk will correct that. Now that almost looks like some rugged limestone. I'm not too sure, but it has those smooth edges, just like the ones we saw in Marmorslotten. Quite the wind tunnel here. It feels like it really ramps it up on this day. And just runs across the hill. We still have a long way ahead. Let's have a look over the edge. What's cracking down there? The little birch sprout has somehow established his foothold here. Well, I wish him all the best, despite the harsh environment. The hills really do have eyes, and it is I. That river over there looks just outrageous. Just white fumes going down there. Some super small flowers over here, along with something that looks like dandelion. These damn small ones. Have a look at these vibrant colors. It's beautiful. Just growing from some moss. There's also a little friend here, a long-legged spider, getting rather distressed. I hear something. You know, sometimes fighter jets fly over here. Now that's a sight to behold. So it's always smart to keep your binoculars at hand. There's a little literally pushing us uphill from behind. It's a welcome support. I cannot begin to describe the sheer force of the wind up here. I was walking by this little stream and the wind was just pushing droplets of water on my back, and it has gotten so serious that I have to walk sideways to avoid getting pushed over the edge. Well-earned refuge. Whew. Time to take a break and see where else can we go. Really good, feels like a different atmosphere here. Especially this wild boy chilling in the water. Now this, however, looks like some sort of a iron deposit. Slightly rusted. Obviously, from the environment. But yeah, it really stands out. That's the first time I see something so spectacular and unusual. Is that even a stone? What surprises me here is that there's actually residue of sand up here. Literal sand. And that's not something I see very often on these hilltops. We are starting to see Svartisen in its full glory. There, over there in the yonder. You can see the impact of wind gusts over the top of this water. It's kind of cool. The wind is serious up here. I just have to crawl like a smeagol. But I'm intent on reaching the top. Have a look at those glaciers, man. It's truly impressive. And we're only gonna get better views, so let's keep going. This is just unbelievable. Have a look at this beast. Can you hear the winds howling as we have sheltered ourselves here behind some rocks? Oh, it's crazy. What a view, eh? We made it. We actually made it to the glacier. And this one's just unbelievable. Nothing compares to the size of this beast. I don't know what to say, man. kind of makes me wanna go down and touch it a little bit. But nah, I'll think about it. It depends from the route we are taking back to the camp. Because I don't want to go downhill just to go up again. We'll see. Unreal. It's simply unreal, man. It's amazing. And there's a nice contrast with those cold, bright blue colors and some greenery as well. That's kind of cool. But you know, reaching that waterfall would be totally cool, you know. Camping somewhere there, checking that lake, surrounded by steep cliffs. Unbelievable. You know what? What the hell? Let's go reach that waterfall. We have to go that direction anyway, somewhere to that lake. Hopefully there is a chance for us to go there, because I can't see what's beyond this ledge. If it's a steep cliff, then we're screwed. We'll just have to come back from where we started. But if it's somewhat tame, then we can walk along the glacier, maybe even touch it. There's some occasional unsettling sounds of rocks falling down, which is understandable given the force of the wind today. You just have to keep your wits about you, so to speak. Try not to put yourself in danger, at least in unnecessary one. Look at all that earth juice just glistening in sunshine. Amazing. A little mini glacier of our own, one might say. It's like a wet snow. I guess calling it a glacier would be an overstatement, but still kind of cool. Now that looks like some leftovers from a demolition site, like they have been recently torn down. Very sharp edges. We're slowly making our descent down to the glacier. Looks hella dicey. We just went down from here, and I'm starting to wonder if we can get back up in case if there's a dead end. But you know, all our trips have been based on improvisation, as you've seen so far. So yeah, just how did the Bear Grylls say? Improvise, adapt and overcome, eh? Sun is starting to really scorch me here. Despite having snow next to me. I guess the lack of wind really changes everything here. Well, ain't that a sight to behold? or snow, one might say. Oh snap! And look at this beast! We have gotten ourselves into some interesting position, to say the least. Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. Well, we're gonna have to go under this beast and hope that it doesn't crumble away during our walk. There's not much any other options. However, I am really curious to test the strength of this snow bridge. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We already know where we're gonna end up, right? Yeah. Oh, that's a strong bridge. Fucking hell. What do you know, eh? It's stronger than it looks. Still, that does not mean that we should carelessly walk over snow in the mountains. But yeah, it was nice and reassuring to see that it's not as brittle as it looks. Now the fun part. Right now, right here. Right, this is wrong because I resetted the trail and it reset my trip as well. So yeah. Well, look at that. It shows that there's a trail down there. It would be nice to reach it in one piece, huh? That would be nice. And only 500 meters away, more or less. Yeah, let's go. This is unsettling, but what can you do, right? What? No service. What a surprise, right? That does not surprise me. So, a nice picture here with this big boy here. And let's go. Let's do this. The sooner we get past this beast, the better. I hope you can see something. Let's go. Damn, that smells like burning bone. Holy shit. And have a look at this trail. As long as we don't do anything silly, it should lead us straight to the more tame area. Just watch your step. These motherfuckers really like to slide. Sometimes it's easier to just go in a spider mode, you know? Yama. Just look at them roll. It's actually not that steep. That's nice. Still, I'm gonna go spider mode. Until I get tired of it. Now that is dangerous. As it gets wet, there's no stopping once you start sliding. But a dry stone, very nice. But still, you always have to be super careful. I cannot emphasize that. You have to have great respect for this nature, because it can be as unforgiving as it is beautiful. Oh, look at that, eh? Beautiful. It's good that it's easy to spot which parts are wet and which are dry. And we picked a dry path, obviously. Just a minute ago we were there. And as we move behind the mountain, the wind has been severely reduced. And that helps, because if I had a tailwind now, oh my god, that would make walking very difficult. And there we have it. A good progress. All right. In this rare occasion, the view gets better as we get lower. I think it's a good time to take a little break. Maybe nibble on some nuts and just enjoy the sight. The waterfall is just downright impressive. And we can still see the edge of the lake. Right, back to business. Let's reach at least the bottom of that waterfall, so I can't be bothered to go up there. Or maybe I am, I don't know. We'll see. Just stay tuned. What an imposing feeling to stand below these huge hills. What a valley. Another piece of iron ore, I presume. There has to be something ironic in it. I mean, what? These leaves look almost edible. But is it worth trying? I mean, these stalks Looks similar to these sour grasses. People make soups of them. Maybe this is sour as well, but I don't know. You know what? It is sour. Huh. Nice. Very nice taste. Really reminds of that local weed that we eat in Latvia. What a view! And the wind, for some reason, is extremely vicious out here. But yeah, the detour is worth it. Let's just keep going forward and see how far we can get. I mean, it would be really nice to check the lake. It also look like some iron ores. Now, if I was a blacksmith, I would probably make my workshop here. We are in the heart of a valley, but there's still way to go forward, as there is another lake right behind that waterfall. And then that's the end game. The road simply just does not want to get any easier. As here we see high road looks rather steep. So I suppose we're gonna go at the side of the lake down there. Should be good, should be doable. Have a look at that. So amazing, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm just repeating myself here. But what else am I supposed to say? This is impressive. What a cascade, huh? And there's still more. I can already tell that there's some wind awaiting us right toward this edge, as it already forces the surface of the water just away somewhere in the air. So brace yourself for a good view and strong wind. Okay, wind is not that strong, but the view delivers. We are almost at the last lake. Just one more obstacle and we shall see. Absolutely stunning. Look at the amount of waterfalls up there. Amazing. Can't believe we made it this far. We were even considering if we should go to the upside of the waterfall, and now look at us. We're at the very end of this valley. Where else could we possibly go? We have some really vibrant moss here. Check out that green color. It's amazing. This whole alley, it just feels like a coliseum of nature. You're just engulfed by these tall hills. And those waterfalls, man, I couldn't resist to approach them and have a better look. And that concludes our journey here. Well, actually it doesn't. We still have to go back. Yeah. I was really trying not to think about that, but it's inevitable. But what a journey, eh? Now let's just take it easy and enjoy ourselves. And take our time and slowly, peacefully get back to the camp. Because there's no rush. It hasn't even been 12 hours yet of a hike, so it's not so bad, right? Now that is some ominous hole right there. It appears that the underneath of a glacier has melted, leaving some sort of a gap between the rock and ice, which makes it kinda dangerous, to say the least, I suppose. Imagine slipping in that hole. Ooh. I don't want to even know. Well, the road keeps throwing hurdles at us. And that makes me actually want to touch that ice after all. The closer I get, the more menacing it looks. Just raw force. It's really majestic. I'll see what it looks like from below. I mean, not under it, but, you know. Yeah. It has completely different presence up close. It's just incredible. Yeah, there's no way one could walk over it to the lake. Yeah, it's just that from distance it looks all smooth and cool, yeah. Up close, you can't even step on it. The gap between rock and ice is just rather large, especially down there. But this is totally worth the detour. My God, what a sick view. That is something else, man. Whole new level, man. And the color of it. Look underneath. My God. We're still safe. No ice can fall on us. and we're definitely not going under it. But check out that color. Holy shit. I'm speechless. Oh yeah, by the way. Objective reached. Oh, it truly is Svartisen, eh? Magnificent. Oh, and it's slippery as well. I wouldn't dare to climb that without proper equipment and knowledge. That would be just downright stupid. As if I'm already not irresponsible here. You can hear the water going underneath there. And the really nice hole looks simply abysmal. Oh my god. Just when I thought that I've seen it all today. Damn. And the size of it, the sheer size. That's like, I don't know, 20, 30 meters just up to there. And from the hill it looked like, yeah, sure, you could step on it and just walk. Yeah, sure. Oh my god, this is crazy. Look at this mud it has left. That explains the color of that river. Because surely this water is bringing some of this thing, some of this mud with it. And it gives that distinct color of a bathwater. And this must be probably some prehistoric mud as well. So we should wash our hands. And definitely not drink it. No thanks. Wow. Stunning, man. And now we can really go back to the camp accomplished and fulfilled. This day is awesome. What an absolutely horrid cave. Imagine going there. No, thank you. I mean, it is rather distressing to think that these glaciers are diminishing with each year. I mean, what will happen when it disappears? How is that going to influence the local nature and climate? Who knows? But you know, we're here to find out as we keep living. We're just in here for a ride and let's see where we go. The route up close doesn't look all that bad. Not that steep. Well, maybe except at the end. Yeah, still have to get there. That's a nightmare cave to explore. God damn. Just abysmal. We're entering the last and the toughest section here, as the mountain gets really steep here, and looking down is rather unnerving. because there's nothing to stop you from sliding right to the glacier and probably under it. Ooh-wee. I'm gonna try to find a more leveled ground by walking on this steep one. For some reason, I have a feeling that the glacier used to be a lot bigger. Well, that's without question. But it has been up to this border, because look how these stones all have been pushed up and made some sort of a wall here. Can you imagine that? The glacier up to this height. That is unreal. The same thing goes for those grey little stones. I have a feeling that they are just remnants of melted ice. Which also explains, perhaps, why half of that mountain is stone and the other one is with vegetation. Well, ain't that spectacular, eh? This is when we leave this glacier. I gotta say, that was just an unmatched experience. It seems like otherworldly. I can't imagine what could possibly outdo this. But hey, we're still gonna have some fun adventures anyway. And there's so much to see on this country and on this land in general. And yeah, now we can honestly say we have hiked for 12 hours here. Except we still have to hike because the camp is still far away. Oh look, we have hit the blueberry fields again. Much to my delight. And then sunshine slowly falling behind those icy mountains. But let's make the most out of the light. And we're back in the wind tunnels. I was hoping it would be less wind the evening, but no, it's still here. And this time it's a headwind, which is gonna make our things a little bit more complicated, especially if we plan to go the same route over the ridge there. So I'm considering to descend down to the lake and follow the river in the confines of a forest where there's definitely gonna be less headwind. Sunset is quickly approaching. We have like half an hour left, and then it's gonna be a twilight. But it ain't so bad. Up in the north, as you have already noticed from my videos, it's still kinda visible. Well, these descents are rather ridiculous, but manageable somehow. Yeah. I don't know. It's risky, but damn, it feels good. Well, I've really picked the worst place to come down. But that's the thing with going down. You don't see what's ahead of you. And then there were these walls of stone. Some I could descend, some I had to walk around. Either way, it's a pure jungle fever down there. Oh, look, what a nice sunset there. And this is what we're dealing with here when we are lucky. Quite a deep bush here. Yeah. But at least we have bypassed the cliffs. Hopefully most of them. course there's more cliffs, but yeah, no big deal. And look, there's another pine, and a rather crooked one, but still. And look at this mini swamp. Feels kind of good to be on an open field again. But I have to say, the birches were very instrumental. Damn, this pine has seen some things. Look at its trunk. It's a miracle it's still standing. And how does it fare with this crazy weather out here? It's rather impressive. Oh, and look, there's another one. This one also has lost its bark. It's almost as if someone has torn it off. Perhaps an animal. While it still was a little one. Oh, I have no idea. Well, the only thing I can say about the descent is never again. That was just wild. But we prevail once again. Now we have a cozy path ahead of us to the camp. I will never complain that the road is boring. Damn, it's such a blissful feeling compared to what we just experienced. I mean, the downhill was the only bad thing, and even that wasn't so bad because it gave us a chance. At least it gave me a chance to prove my strength and to push my limits. And that was something else, man, I can tell you that. Now we're just like 2 kilometers away from space station. Damn, 15 hours. Unbelievable.